Ark Survival Ascended is a beautiful game, but it does have some graphical issues. Here's my top 5 list. So starting off here is how some faces don't load in unless you look at them at a specific angle. They look like a PS1 character. It's pretty bizarre. It's like they don't load in to save memory or something, but it looks cursed, to say the least. Now, this is on a lot of creatures at the moment. I've noticed it on a dire bear, I've noticed it on a thylacoleo, I've noticed it on a Uteranus, for example. As you can see, some things load and deload, and it just makes no sense. I mean, look at this tail. It just completely breaks, and some of their faces just look like a PS1 character. It's bizarre. Yeah, buddy, I'm sorry. This one is pretty bad. The caves. They will load in from the most ridiculous, distance away. I am flying above the volcano mountain, and you can hear the ambience of the cave. And you can see everything deloading, and it just makes it lag as soon as it happens, too. Because it's loading a whole different area and deloading a whole other area. You can still hear me above the cave right now. And I mean, this is all over the mountain, all around this place. Sometimes there's a loot drop over here that'll come down, but when you get close to it, it's deloaded because you're quote-unquote inside the cave, and you can't even grab that loot drop. I mean, it's just... I'm still in the cave technically right now. What's going on, you know? Outside the cave, it's even worse if you're running on the ground. I mean... this is something. One of my biggest pet peeves is honestly these floating rocks. There are so many times that I lose my way because they're just covering my screen. I'm buried in them. I can't tell what's going on. And, I mean, this isn't outer space. It just looks pretty bizarre. It's everywhere across the map, but mostly in the winter biome, as you can see. And it's very confusing, and it definitely needs work. I don't think I've seen it on some people's, single-player playthroughs, and I watched a few streams. I don't watch many. But I've noticed it on my computer. My partner's computer even has it. I mean, this is just... what is this? So it's pretty bad. So, yeah, let's go on to the next one here. Now, some of you might give me some crap for this one because you say, oh, it's part of the atmosphere, it's the environment, it's just how it is around the mountains, or whatever. But how immensely dense the fog can get is just pretty ridiculous. I mean, I can't even see my mount, I can't see me, I can't see what's in front of me here. Look at this. This is ridiculous. Now, this isn't the only spot. There are a lot of spots across the map that have this dense fog. For example, the ocean. For any of those that played Ark Evolved out here, they get this one. My partner doesn't have the same issue as I, once again. My settings are higher, but he was looking around finding Silk Pearls just fine. But when I go down here, I can't see 5 feet in front of my face. It's too much, honestly. It's too much. And lastly, this weird, shadowy glitch that just comes out of nowhere. It looks like a seizure all over your screen. It's even worse in the jungle during the day. This is just a clip I happened to get while I was recording when I was playing with my partner. But, wow, this looks horrendous. And also it does it in the sky too with the clouds. Just look at these clouds. What's going on here? It's everywhere, all across the world. It's just the shadows, or I don't even know, just the textures will just glitch out. So I hope they fix all this. And this is only a list of 5 things. I could think of a lot more, but these are probably the biggest pet peeves I could think of off the top of my head. I mean, I strung this video together in probably the span of like 40 minutes. I didn't put much time into this video. I just really wanted to put it out there that I hope, besides just like the, meshing's pretty bad and the hackers and the servers crashing is obviously top priority, but I hope these things don't get overlooked and they get fixed pretty soon, because they do ruin the immersion of the game pretty heavily for me. They really do. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. What other glitches have you noticed that are pretty ridiculous? I'd like to, share thoughts and feedback, and hopefully the devs will hear from us. But, yeah. I think I'm going to make another video about more Arc Ascended things, so stay tuned for the next one. See you guys.